Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your host, Adrian Jackson. I'm here in the studio again with my co-host and engineer, Mr. Donovan Jackson. How we doing today, bro?
Pretty good. Came in with good energy, chill day, so ready to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's about to be a good one because right now we're in a change of location. We're not at the crib now. We're actually at the Immortal's Craft Barbershop Lounge and Shave Parlor. And I'm actually here with the two owners of the establishment, Mr. Gerard and Mr. EJ. Fellas, how we doing today?
Doing good, man. You know, it's a nice chill day.
Doing real good.
Yes, sir. And my bad, brother. I meant to call you Jay, and I didn't want to call your government like that.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
Gerard, Jay, it's all good.
Whatever you want to go by. I feel you on that one, for sure. So, fellas, man, I just want to say thank you for being here with us today. I really feel that you guys hold some traits that I feel you guys can share with the world and people can probably really learn from. Definitely, Gerard, I've been coming to you for my haircuts for like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, it's been a long time, bro.
Yeah, and we've been traveling together for sure.
Yes.
And one thing that really made me stick with you is your ability to go the extra mile. I always feel that you take extra steps than a normal haircut.
Right.
And that's why, I've been rocking with you for so long. So I just kind of want to talk about the benefits of going the extra mile, taking that extra step that people don't normally take it. That you can go right here, they stop, they don't know go farther, but you always 5, 10, 7 steps past the finish line. So I just want to talk about that. Like, when did you start going the extra mile? What made you want to start going the extra mile with your haircuts and everything?
I feel like I've always been going the extra miles as far as starting off in this. I feel like as if going the extra mile helps somebody see like the passion towards everything, And like you said before, it's way more than just a haircut, to me at least.
Right.
I feel like it's a confidence booster. Mm-hmm. Like me going the extra mile is gonna set me aside from a lot of other people.
Right.
And it's almost an aspect of being consistent too. Mm-hmm. So every time I take it a step further, I'm trying to better myself and better the craft too.
Right.
So it's taking me a lot of different places, bro. Like as far as, cutting hair and just in life in general too. Right. Like just paying attention to the details of every little thing. It really does help. Right, it really does help out in everything that we do.
Yeah, no, and it truly does, because it pays you back no matter what you do. Like in all aspects, it's going to translate to other aspects of your life for sure. So I guess I just want to start off. My first question is like, you're a barber. A lot of people might not know exactly what the extra mile is for a barber. So like, what is the extra mile for a barber? Like, what do you guys actually do that normal barbershops don't do, or your normal barber won't do?
What do you think, EJ?
Nah, we just take care, man. Like, that's what it is. We want to really provide that atmosphere, that feeling of confidence, that boost. We want to make it feel like this is the only place you can get that feeling and that look in one place.
Right.
That's basically it, man. It's just the atmosphere. The atmosphere is the most important thing after the haircut.
Right.
Because I don't care how great a person cuts your hair. If you didn't feel good in that environment, you're still not gonna come back, no matter how fire the haircut was. Mm-hmm. So it's that comfortability. You want to be able to look like you can drop your stuff here, chill, and just stop by the barbershop and see what's happening instead of just getting a haircut.
Right.
That feeling you can't put a price on that.
Right. No, and I like that because you guys looking at more aspects than just sitting down, get your hair cut, get a lineup, I'm gone. Like you're actually looking at the atmosphere. You guys are looking at communicating with your customers. Being on time. I know that's a big thing. Like a lot of people, I don't come in here and wait 2 hours for my haircut. You say 4 o'clock, by 4:05, I'm in the chair. Mm-hmm. And I really always appreciate that for sure. So, what makes your shop like? Are you guys gonna hold all your workers accountable to make sure everybody's goes the extra mile? You guys gonna make sure you always duplicate that in everybody?
Oh, most definitely.
Yes, we gotta do that. Like, our personalities, me and EJ, we're complete opposites. He'll have a whole conversation with you about what's going on in the sports world, and you guys can have an in-depth conversation about that with the debates and all of that. Me, I don't follow a lot of sports, so I'm gonna talk about what's going on in your life. I'm gonna talk about, hey, how's your day been? And it's just a different vibe from both of us. Right. We want to cover all aspects in that when we look out for, as far as our employees, who's going to be working for us. like you said earlier, we don't want to have. You don't have to be on the same page, but you gotta be in the same book. You gotta be in the same book as us, man. You gotta have kind of the same line of vision as we do. So personality is gonna play a huge role in that. So we want everybody to be able to get along, but at the same time, stand out and be different. You know,
Right.
what makes you unique from me and EJ. So we're definitely looking for all those traits.
Just got a quick question. So when you said not on the same page, but in the same book, because it's in line with your vision, what would you say that vision is for you guys?
Well, I think that vision is just to really provide something that can be expounded upon as far as business-wise, as far as helping each other grow to another level that you couldn't reach otherwise, because nobody gets anywhere alone.
Right.
So if we can help somebody get somewhere, or they can help us get somewhere, then that family environment and being able to count on somebody that you're working with and you're in tune with will help you propel to that level that you want to succeed in.
Okay.
Because when you align yourself with the right people, everybody wants to see you succeed, no matter where that is. And it's hard to find that. Some people can pretend, but you can only pretend for so long.
Right.
Gotta show it through with your actions.
Yeah, your actions, your attitude, it'll all show.
Yeah, the truth always comes out eventually.
Right. And that's what it is. You can't fake that extra mile at all.
Nah.
So that's really interesting.
Not at all.
So like, do you guys feel that people notice what you're really doing? Like, do you feel people coming here don't respect everything that you guys offer that with your service?
No. I can, like people notice. People, they see it. They see it right when they step into this shop.
Right.
They see it right away. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's the factor that we've been bringing to everybody who steps a foot in this door. They look around like, you guys really put some thought into this. And even like, as just a client, you know, they'll see like, oh wow, you took these chairs are so comfortable. They sit up high.
Right.
Just like I said before, the little details. When we first got these chairs, EJ noticed right off the bat. He sat down in them. Oh yeah, these are too low to the ground. So this dude really went on Amazon, did some searching, did some digging, and found new legs to put on these chairs that were like 1.5 inches taller. But it makes a huge difference.
Wow.
You know?
Mind you, we're talking about the chairs in the waiting area just to sit in. They're not getting no haircuts in these chairs or nothing. So
This is just just
make
for
sure
you.
they sit comfortable in the waiting area.
Right.
That's it. Like
Down to the as far as the hospitality. When you walk in, hey, you want a drink? You want a beverage real quick? We got some soda, we got some water, we got some V8 juice, you know, we got whatever you need.
You got a charger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We got that.
Yeah, I'll make sure y'all charging off y'all drinks. I would say y'all going super extra, then y'all just giving out free drinks to everybody.
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but the main thing is you should be able to come in and get some kind of beverage while you wait.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Right.
This is comfort. Hey, what you want? Hey, you need something? Okay, cool.
Right. I like it. I really like it. So, do you guys feel, or have you guys ever got backlash for going the extra mile? Like, I know you guys have been in multiple barbershops recently. Has another barber been like, yo, you doing too much, bro. You making me look bad. Or anything like that at all?
That's never happened to me, like, to my face.
No.
It's just,
we
we just kind of stay in our own lane. So
Yeah.
it's, you know, my clients are my clients. And if you worried about what I'm doing, then either you need to step it up or step off.
Yeah,
I
I feel the same way. Like, as far as like someone just blatantly coming up like, hey, you're doing too much. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
If anything, people are asking, other barbers in particular are asking, how'd you do that? Or can you show me how you did that? Or hey, when you do that again, can I come over and watch?
So they want to learn from you.
They want to learn.
Normally more of that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good then. So they wanna take what you guys are doing and apply it to themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even if they don't come out like that,
Right.
you can see somebody,
Yeah,
you know,
they
kind of
pay
watching,
attention.
peeping
They pay
out.
attention more. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty tight. That's pretty solid. So, have you guys like stole anybody's clients for going extra mile? Like, yo, every time I watch this guy get his haircut, he putting a hot towel on his face, line up with a razor. I'm gonna go sneak over there and sign up with him. Like, I had that before.
It doesn't happen a time or two.
Yeah,
It didn't happen a time or two, but most of the time it's not because we're going the extra mile as far as stuff like that. Most of the time it's just because we're on time.
Right.
That's the main thing.
I mean, but that's real though. Like, punctuality is amazing because a lot of, like you said, a lot of barbers aren't on time.
Yeah,
you know, like
the world is getting busier, man. People got places to go.
Got places to be, and your time got to be just as important as my time.
No,
So,
Exactly.
Basic respect.
Yeah, that's just what it is. So I don't want you to be late. So why should I be late for you? But that's most of the time I just stole somebody's client because they wasn't on time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you know, they make that face when they see him in the chair.
Yeah. No, and that's real.
You dropped the ball though.
Yeah, that's real.
What I'm supposed to do? Not cut them?
Yeah.
They're take the money.
These people are entitled to spend their money where they want to spend it at.
Right.
We're not holding no guns to no one head, you know.
Right.
It's your money.
And if you're doing it correctly and you really flow like that and you know you wrong, then you're gonna look out for your client like, hey, I can't get you, but he should be able to take care of you.
Right.
That's how it normally works, and it's reciprocated.
Right.
Because now you're keeping the money in the shop. That's the main objective.
Right.
Don't worry about going to the next chair. Worry about going to the next shop.
Yeah.
That's when the problems start occurring.
Communication.
So what I'm liking about it is like the extra mile. It's not selfish. Like a lot of people would think that's selfish, like being selfish, but you guys aren't being selfish. You guys are helping each other out.
Yeah.
By pushing somebody over to, I'm behind. He's good. Cut him up. I feel that's an extra mile as well.
That's definitely extra.
You know.
Because not only are you're giving someone their trust, you know, like, hey, I trust this guy with you. He's gonna take care of you.
Right.
He's watched me cut your hair 1,000,000 times, so he already knows how to cut you. And if he doesn't, I can give him the barber language, and boom, he's gonna get it right off the bat.
Right.
Some shit like that these other people wouldn't understand, you know.
Right.
So it's just helpful at the end of the day on both ends, client and barber.
Right. I like it.
What it boils down to. When, when you send somebody over to somebody, it's just like, yo, I'm about to try to do the best haircut I can on this person. I'm gonna try to outdo the person that just sent you to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It's leveling up. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there ain't no threat in that. Like, I'm not gonna try to down it. Like, okay, I ain't gonna do as good this time because I ain't trying to take nobody. No. I'm trying to let them know they have another option if it's needed and it's necessary. I'm trying to give them that confidence and that trust.
Right. So you actually kind of led into my next question. So you guys go the extra mile with every barber. Like, I wanted to ask you for sure because I know I've been rocking with you for a long time. So I was like, maybe he just goes a little extra with me because, I'm a long time customer. But every customer, you go the same process, same treatment, same love, everything.
Yeah.
It's always that unless they decide differently. Because some people going the extra mile, they don't even have time for the extra mile that you want to give them. It's just like, hey, look, I just want this. I'm good.
Right.
So now I got to capitulate to what they want. It ain't just about me.
Right.
Like, I want to do this. I can't. Okay. Hey,
I understand. Yeah.
Right. And you gotta respect their time.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel it. So do you guys ever have any regrets for going the extra mile? Do you ever feel like, I'm doing too much, or I'm doing too much work right now. I could got a lot more done if I didn't do this.
I used to feel like that, but it was a different situation because trying to go that extra mile with people you don't know, who don't appreciate it, when the prices aren't fitting what you're doing.
Right.
Then it's like, man, I just wasted this time, and you just like, okay, thank you, and gave me nothing for it.
Right.
But that also changed my mind of thinking too. It got me out of thinking about gratuity.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now it made me start adding the gratuity into what I wanted to be paid. Like, if I want a tip, then I'm not charging enough.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So once you start charging the price that you really want, yes, I appreciate the tip, pause, but the bottom line is I don't need it because you're paying me what I'm asking for.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
So when early on in the game, I felt like that a lot, because I would really give it my all.
Right.
Pause. But like, man, the
pauses.
but most people won't see the passion that you have behind it according to the price board.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I might, it might just be a taper. For you, example, just a taper. I can really just go through, cut your hair, taper you up, and razor you, but I'm gonna go the extra mile now. Now I'm gonna brush your hair down. I'm gonna lay it down all the way so your waves are popping as you leave the shop.
Right.
I'm gonna lay you back. I'm gonna hot towel you. I'm gonna put some type of beard moisturizer on your face, blow dry your beard out. I'm going way above and beyond.
Right.
But when you walk out the door, now you know, like, hey, this dude just really took care of me, and the price reflects it. Now it's up to you. Like he said, tips are appreciated, but they're not expected. And then it shows me that, hey, he appreciated what I just did for him.
Exactly.
Because he gave me something extra for going above and beyond.
And that's real because, like I said, I've been rocking for you a long time. I sent you multiple customers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always try to make sure I tip you because I always felt that you gave me the best haircut I ever had in Vegas, bro. I've been cut hair by a lot of people. A lot of people cut my hair. And your haircut, I'm not going nowhere, bro. Like, I'll let you know that right now because
I appreciate you.
You always go the extra mile, and then. So, prime example, what happens between me and you? You be like, oh, my cut's is 60 now, but I'm gonna charge you 50. And I'm like, no. If your price is 60, I'm paying your price, and I'm still gonna tip you on top of that because you hooking me up. You make me feel so fresh when I walk out of here, and with the camera sometimes. What? I want to make sure I show my appreciation to you as much as possible because you go so much for me. I feel you go so hard for me. I gotta go hard for you.
Yeah.
So that's why I always appreciate you guys.
And what people don't understand is one hand watches the other in this industry. So there's been people where, they've been taking care of me, they've been helping me pay my bills for years, and now they fall on hard times. And then they think, okay, well, I'll just start coming to you less. No, you won't. You keep coming and you keep your same schedule. We gonna get through this. Don't worry about that. But don't change the routine of what you normally do because that's not gonna help your situation. All I'm giving you is my time. You've been taking care of me for years. So no, don't worry about that. I need to see you in this chair. So now the next time I can ask you how's everything going. You all right? Everything good? Okay. I see you next time.
That's it.
More than a haircut.
It's more than that.
It's more,
It's more than a haircut. You like people have been rocking with us for a long time. My favorite saying is, you got an 850 credit score with me. Credit's good with me, man. So if you need it, I got you. You need me to come in earlier, I got you. You need to stay later, I got you.
Yeah. And I always appreciate you that for so much, bro. Like so much. It's amazing, man. So let's start getting to our end game a little bit. How has going the extra mile transmitted to other aspects of your life other than the barbershop? Home life, family life?
Family man?
Going the extra mile in the family aspect. So I gotta throw my wife out there on this one. Shout out to Miss Marsha Eastler, my wife. But going the extra mile with her, like as far as communication. Like I feel like I'm terrible at communicating at times, Like I'll kind of just shut down when things aren't going my way. But in the last about I say few years, I really opened up to her, as far as our relationship and just communicating and going above and beyond in that realm, asking her questions in depth, and then really sitting back and listening to her and going off that conversation. And it's helped out a lot with us, like as far as, running around with these kids and everything. It's helped out a lot because now I understand some of the things she's been going through, and she understands some of the things I've been going through. And we're able to help each other as a team and get through it.
You guys are a team.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's real good. You guys actually getting your more team play going, get the true husband life going.
Yeah.
Has it? Do you see it transmitting to your kids at all? Like, do you see them going the extra mile?
Yes.
In little areas?
Yes. Leaps and bounds. It's like every week is something different. My kids are communicating something different to me as far as their feelings.
Oh wow.
We us as black men and black women, we were taught to shut a lot of things out and shut a lot of things down. You can't show a lot of things around people as far as your emotions. So I'm trying to train my kids into being able to express themselves with their words, So it's definitely helped out a lot.
That's good. What about you, EJ?
Man, I'm just a competitive person, bro. So my communicating, I used to play pro basketball before this. So I always had to communicate with everybody anyway. I mean, bro, I moved here. I knew one person in this city. I had never been here before I moved here.
Oh, wow.
So I moved here, slept on the couch, went to school, and made a new family. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But I wasn't afraid of that because I've always had to communicate with any and everybody.
Right.
So this is just second nature.
Right.
And like me coming to this industry was second nature. I wanted to do it since college. I just never had time. And then once I moved out here, I had to retire, moved out here. And it was, okay, let's go. How am I gonna get to this? Okay, this is the plan. I need to be here by this time.
Right.
By this time, I'm there. Let's go on to the next thing.
Right.
So I was always communicating my vision more so than anything, but I don't say it unless I'm gonna do it.
That's facts.
So once I say it, then okay, this is happening.
Right.
Because it ain't got no choice. But it's just the competitor in me as far as once you a competitor, it never leaves no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm competing to succeed every time. Sometimes it weighs on me, sometimes it don't. This dude done took care of me a couple times. I'd have been on the ledge, you know what I mean? But I just want to succeed so bad. And when I see that I can't see the end, even though I got the plan, it's just like, it's a grind.
Right.
But I can just keep the legs moving, and then eventually I get to the end and it's time to start a new one.
Right.
So it wasn't much about communication as much as just setting a goal and attaining a goal for me.
Right. And then doing what you gotta do to make sure you get to that goal. Even if you gotta take a few extra steps to get you closer to the goal. Yeah.
And that's my thing. Like once I set the goal, it's a realistic goal. I shouldn't have to regroup.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As long as I'm in control of it, then it's gonna happen.
Right.
This guy's a perfect example of that. Just how he said before, like as far as coming out here not knowing no one. Like this dude used to really, make his way to school every single day, and he told me, he's like, "Hey man, I'm about to have a car by this time." Okay, now I got my car. I'm about to have a place by this time. And I remember, like for transportation, before he got his car, he bought my motorcycle. It was in his hands, and that's how he was commuting around town. And it's hard to ride a motorcycle everywhere, especially in Vegas. This heat's crazy. But
I had to take a class to learn how to ride a bike.
Yes.
Never even rode a motorcycle.
Never even rode it before.
So you can just get around though.
Yeah, so you can get around.
I took the class and bought the bike from the next week.
Yeah, and that's like, that's mind blowing to me, man. Just to see someone's motivation and to see how they're a goal setter and a goal getter.
Right.
Like he really forward thinking. It's powerful, bro, for real.
And I'm sure it translates over to you some.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I'm a competitive person too. I might not vocalize it all the time, but I'm watching.
Right.
Right. So,
That's
yeah.
Kind of always have to take that time to really figure out like what you need to do and set those bases up, that foundation before you can start taking those stairs up to your goals, you would say, right?
Well, the thing is, people will say the goal and they'll create the goal, but they won't create the steps to reach the goal.
Right.
And that'd be the problem with most people that I found. So anytime I create a goal, I create every little goal I gotta attain in between it to get there. Otherwise, you can deviate, miss it, and be like, "Ah, screw it, I'm done."
Yeah, just give up on it.
It's easy to do. Everybody do it. We all know multiple people that do it, that speak it but don't act on it.
Right.
So that's the main thing, creating the steps.
So I got another thing with that. So you create the steps, and sometimes those steps may be longer and more like strenuous than the rest of them once you get to that goal. What would be your mindset in terms of staying consistent and diligent with, meeting those requirements? Like let's say you had, for this place, right, you had to probably save up a lot of money together to meet this goal. So, but that took time. And sometimes it seems like it's too long or it takes forever, right? But what is your mindset to keep you going and pushing forward without losing hope, even though sometimes it's just very...
Sometimes it takes a person. Especially if you're doing it with somebody. Pause. But there's different ways to look at it, because if you're doing it by yourself, then it's one of those things where it's like, I can set the goal, I can set the peak, I can set when I'm ready. But if you're doing it in tandem with somebody, it's totally different, because you might be there before them or they might be there before you, but you you got to make sure that the other person understands that just because you're there or they're there, that there's no hurry. So don't try to kill yourself to get there. It's going to happen when it's time.
Right.
But as long as you're doing the work, it's going to come.
Right.
That period.
But it's as long as you do the work, though.
But you got to do the work, and you got to know who you know is doing the work. Because people can say they doing the work, and then all of a sudden, you know, you see them with something new that's unnecessary.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you know somebody is working and they working their ass off, sometimes you might have to tell them to put the brakes on, relax. What are you doing? Take care of what you need to take care of. When everything needs to happen, it will.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you have somebody telling you that, I think it'll take a load off of your back. You know what I mean? So you don't feel pressure. You don't feel pressure to try to reach something and kill yourself in the process, because it's not going to work trying to rush.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel it. So like I said, you guys been going the extra mile for years on years. What kind of peace has that brought to your life? Like, what are y'all true benefits of going to that? Like, for example, consistent clientele for sure. You know?
Me personally, I'm still in the throes of building my clientele. And I have the skill set. That's not the question. But when you're building something from the ground zero, it's a different process.
Right.
Completely.
You know what I mean? Like, I can scream from the rooftops, I'm dope at something. But the bottom line is, word of mouth is always the best thing.
Right.
So I built a nice base, but it's not where I want it. But it'll be there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same. Like when he was talking too about as far as the whole process and, you know, putting the communicating, like you said before, one person might be further than the other. Like in our whole journey, EJ was always further than me as far as the finances. You know, he was able to really put money aside and still be able to live the life that he wanted and be ready for this venture that we took on. And me, it was the opposite. I had to put my family first, so I wasn't as far ahead as a finances as he was. But like in the roles reversed, my clientele is higher, like he said, but it's only due to the fact because I'm born and raised here.
Right.
So I have my word of mouth has been, you know, lingering around in the air forever now. So it's funny to look at things like that because it's like this man has all the money in the world, you know, but then I have a whole bunch of clientele. So it's cool to watch him grow as far as the clientele and still keep all the money in the world, you know. But yeah, it's building for both of us as far as finance and I guess clientele consistency.
That's
Well, the main thing that I think is building is the relationships.
Yeah.
Because now people aren't worried about the next situation that we're going to be in. Because I've had people follow me from terrible shop to a little bit better shop, but terrible shop to even worse shop to shop where everybody got a strap on them. And
That's crazy.
and then I ended up taking a pay cut to go work at the shop before this because I just wanted that peace of mind. But then now everybody is just like, now you got to think about this. Everybody in that timeline has known that this is what we've been trying to do.
Right.
So they've been on this journey with us.
Right.
So for them to know that this is where we're going to be, and there's no worry about if this ain't right, that ain't right, they can come here and we're going to be here. They like, man, you said you was going to do it. Y'all said y'all was going to do it, man. It's crazy. So now it's just like they just appreciate going on that journey. So those relationships are just that much stronger.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, man, hey, remember that last shop you was at? Everybody was wearing a pistol. And now it's like, damn, this is crazy from that last shop.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
That's real. That's exactly what I told Gerard when I first got here. I was like, it's deep. You can play your own music now. Don't have to worry about the crowd, you know? Because you can play hip-hop EDM all day or something like that because you have so many different people in that place. But
And then the other fun part is when clients get back together and then they walk in here for the first time and they see him. It's like, hey, y'all said y'all was going to
do it. Y'all doing
So, you know what I mean? There's clients that I got and we gathered together.
Yes.
And then we split up for that part. People thinking like, okay, out of sight, out of mind. It's almost like they think we just stopped communicating and everything.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, oh, this who you got it with? Like it's crazy to see everybody coming back full circle. Like, damn, y'all said y'all was gonna do it.
It's definitely motivating to them too.
Yes.
It's like people are coming here like, wow, you've been talking about this for years.
And you actually doing it.
You actually, you guys did it.
Yeah.
It motivates them to go do something that
They said they've been doing it for a long time.
Right. They had it in the back of their mind, like, go accomplish that shit, right?
Look, with that being said, like I said, I started this little podcast, and it's crazy how many people are now restarting theirs.
Yeah.
Or getting them going again. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm motivating some people to get moving again. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Let you know I'm being watched low key, but they still
Iron
respect me,
sharpens
appreciate
iron.
it. Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. I don't care what nobody say. You are who you keep around. So, hey, I'm trying to keep around the most positive, most goal-oriented people possible.
Right.
Because they're not worried about what you're doing except for is it successful. And it's like, okay, well, if he did it, I can do it. If
So-
she did it, I can.
I like it. So for my final question then, I was just wondering, like I like to say, we just keep swimming out here. A lot of people ain't where they want to be. I know you guys are far, but you probably ain't where you want to be. So like, what are y'all next steps? What are you guys trying to improve on still to get to that next level?
What I'm trying to improve on is really just the social media part of it, as far as putting yourself out there so you can be recognized for what it is you do. I know we got a lot of positive things that we can do here that we got on our agenda as far as 2021, 2022. But just want to be a main focal point or a main source of positivity for what everybody thinks when they hear Immortal Craft Barber Lounge. Like, oh, I know what they do. Oh, I know what they into.
Right.
I know what fundraisers they do.
Right.
So it's just, our name is just, a symbol.
Right.
Symbolic.
Yeah.
And it's always related to something positive and not sketchy.
Right. I like it. That's real good.
I can definitely agree with that. And just some other goals is just really, like you said, putting our name out there and getting the whole community involved, letting them know that, hey, we're here,
Right.
You can bring a kid in here, leave him, he'll be taken care of. Ain't gonna be no mess in his ear. And he's gonna be able to just have a positive environment that he can just chill in, with some males,
Right.
Nah, I feel like you trying to get that real barbershop vibe back.
Exactly.
You don't have that no more. Really.
Yeah, that aspect has kind of been lost in the sauce.
Well, it's been lost in the sauce because you have people that don't really respect the game or the craft like that.
Right.
Too.
So now, you treat it like a hustle, they're just going to act like a hustle. You know what I mean? So don't nobody want to come in here. We actually had a lady call in and say, hey, how much your haircuts? Oh, okay. Does it smell like marijuana there? Because if it does, we'll just leave. She's asking this on the phone.
Wow. Like y'all smoking? Okay.
Yeah.
But see, it sounds ridiculous until you go to other barbershops.
It
And
happens.
it's not ridiculous.
It happens.
So, we want to make sure that this is a place where everybody can come to.
Right.
Everybody within reason.
That's good.
Our price point is positioned so we can keep the riffraff out.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's real because, all the little aspects you guys focusing on, that's what makes you guys go that extra mile that people aren't caring about. Like you said, you guys really caring about the atmosphere, caring about communication, caring about your clients. If my client ain't got it, I still want to cut him up because I like the dude and I want to rock with him and help you get his self-esteem back up there.
Right.
So it's like you guys going the extra mile in a lot of aspects, bro, and I love it. So I guess you guys want to leave the audience with like any type of quotes or anything you guys really been working on, something that you say to yourself to make sure you keep going that extra mile or keep pushing?
I have no particular quotes or anything like that, but as your podcast would say, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah.
Mine is, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like it. And that's real. A lot of people ain't willing to take the extra step. They 4 o'clock clock out, they gone.
I've been saying it to him for years. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right.
I was just talking to my manager at work about it, and this has like been my dream to do a podcast, and especially since I'm a producer, I want to get my music out there somehow. So linking up with him just really set me forward. But like you said, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Like I'm working 5 days a week with the schedule that puts me late, but I'm trying to wake up early so I can do more in the morning. And then also stacking all that on top of doing the engineering thing and all these other things. So
that's why your reward is going to be great.
Right.
Because you're sacrificing the time now so you don't have to sacrifice it later.
Right.
That's what it's about. Nothing
Discipline.
comes easy for what you really want.
Right.
If you really want it, it's not going to come easy. It's not going to fall on your doorstep.
But I feel like another place where people get stuck at in that term is like, okay, yeah, you're busy, or you know you're going to be busy, right? You assume you have less energy, but if you're doing something that you really want, rather than making you tired, yeah, it's a full day. You got things you want to get done. Now you feel good. Now it's not something like, oh, I wish I could have done this, but I did this instead. But no, you're working towards that dream.
The thing about it is, it's more career than job.
Right.
When it's career versus job, that's the term. Because when you have a job, there's too much time. You're doing it, but it's not with a purpose that you really want to.
Right.
So there's always too much time. When you're in career mode, there's never enough time to get done what you really want.
Right.
So that's the difference. Everybody should actually go for a career, not a job.
Right.
Because that'll set you apart. You're like, damn, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Damn, the day's over, shit. Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Ah, man, okay, maybe Friday I can get to it.
Right.
That's what you want. You don't want, damn, is Friday ever gonna get here? Damn, Monday right back.
It's just that
this
passion
day gonna
that you
end.
need.
Yeah.
You wish there was more time in the day.
You wish it was more time in the day, you know you're on the right track.
Right.
Well, I gotta ask one thing too. Like, well, what helped you get to like that career mindset? How'd you find your muse to do what you want to do to make it a career? Rather, like, let's say somebody else wants to come in and be a barber, right? But they're doing it with a job mindset because they haven't found their muse to create their career mindset. So, how did you guys find yours, and how did you guys come about that?
I think I found mine through my clients.
Yeah.
Just seeing what that transformation does for them. That really moves me, you know? It really moves me when they can get out the chair and they feel like they can go take on the whole world. Just by the conversation we might have had, along with the haircut that I just gave them. You know? That's how I found mine, where I was like, man, I can really touch somebody, not along just with the clippers, major, but, you know, with a conversation.
Right.
So that's how I found mine, at least.
Let's see. So I was 12 when I first cut my hair. And the reason was because I couldn't afford to get a fade. And I was supposed to get a fade, and, you know, dark story. So my cousin in Mississippi was supposed to cut my hair. We were supposed to go down for a visit. He ended up getting shot multiple times. So he was in the hospital. So I'm down there on a visit, nappy head and everything. And I was just like, man, I wish he could have did it. And I asked my mom, like, what school did he go to? How do you go to school to cut hair? She said, oh, he never did that. Oh, he can do all of that? He never. As soon as we got back to Illinois, let's go to Family Dollar, get these clippers. And I cut my hair. The first time it took 8.5 hours. There was no YouTube back then.
Yeah.
Right.
So this was really guess as you go.
Right.
So I did that, and then I got a little better. Then I went to the barber shop that I couldn't afford with some friends and watched them cut hair a little bit while they was getting their hair cut.
Right.
So I just stole a little bit here, a little bit there. Then I started having fun with it. But then I played basketball. So the whole thing was, my whole reasoning for getting into barbering, besides me actually being pretty decent at it, was I didn't want to wake up early. And I didn't want to have a job where I had to pretend to be busy when I wasn't.
Right.
Like, that's the worst thing ever.
No, I know.
Like, in my life, I've quit 2 jobs. One after the first day, one after the first 30 minutes.
Right.
Just walked out, left.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I respect people who can work jobs they don't like. I'm just not built for it.
Right.
If I'm not interested, I'll stop going. So that was what it was for me. And so then I went to play basketball, retired, and then turned around and went to school for hair. So I basically had 2 careers back to back. Like, so I know I'm fortunate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm doing 2 things that I received paychecks for that I did for free.
That's
Right.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my motivation. I had no idea, though, that I was gonna love doing it. Because I get to be creative every day. I get to talk to people every day. And I'm a real social person, but once I go home, I get to be alone.
Right, you kind of just fell into it. And,
Right, so it was just the perfect storm for me.
Right.
Because I still got to be who I am, and I still get to be competitive with myself or with other barbers.
Right. I like it, bro. So, fellas, man, I just want to say appreciate you guys for doing this with us today.
Very well.
Like I said, you guys had a great message. You know, definitely going the extra mile, the benefits that come from it. And, you know, I'm hoping that if we can help one person, you can help inspire one other barber to do what y'all doing.
Shoot,
You know?
forget just one other barber, one other person.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
One
go
other
after
person.
what you want.
Yeah.
Go after what you want and make a plan to get it.
Yes.
That's a plan that translates on any realm or anything.
Yes.
Just go after it.
Go after it, make a plan. Don't say you want it, make a plan to go get it.
Yes.
And then put it in action.
Yes. Y'all want to throw out y'all information for us? Y'all hours, location, all that good jazz?
All right, so we're located at 6825 West Russell Road, Unit 103. So that's right on the corner. You know, we're going to be in the...
Unit 130. Oh.
It's right by the Shell gas
One-
station.
130. It's right in front of my face. I'm sorry, guys. We got a second pair of eyes. We good. But yeah, and then as far as our social media, you can find us at Immortal Craft Barber Lounge. That's on Instagram, so at Immortal Craft Barber Lounge. And then the number to the shop is 702
We can find the
272.
Link in the bio.
Yeah, the link will be in the bio.
Link in the bio, baby.
Link in the bio.
Link in the bio. I don't know the number to the shop.
Nah.
272-2855.
I want to say, yeah.
Don't make me lie.
Well, we'll make sure we put the link in the bio so everybody can catch all of that.
2280.
2280.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm dyslexic. When I want to be.
Yes, sir. But fellas, man, I appreciate you guys so much, man. This means so much to me. Jay, before we leave here, I got to set up another appointment with you because
You know I got you.
time is coming. Yes, sir. EJ, man, I appreciate you coming.
Anytime,
Good
brother.
meeting you, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice meeting you too, bro.
Yeah. Same here.
Yes,
Conversation.
Thank you, man.
Everybody out there listening, I hope you guys had a great day, great afternoon, and a great evening to come. Be safe, and don't forget, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Buenas noches.